Today our topic is how to stay strong during hard times, Stoic wisdom. Life is not always easy. There are moments when everything seems to go wrong. You might feel lost, worried, or even broken. But the truth is, hard times are part of life. No one can avoid them. The important thing is how you face these challenges. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to stay strong and calm, even when life feels heavy. Stoicism is not about hiding your feelings or pretending everything is fine. It is about understanding what you can control and what you cannot. It is about finding peace in the middle of chaos. Let me explain how you can use Stoic wisdom to stay strong during hard times. First, you must understand that some things are in your control and some are not. This is one of the most important ideas in Stoicism. Imagine you are in a boat on a river. You can control how you row the boat, but you cannot control the direction of the river or the wind. If you try to control the river, you will only feel frustrated and tired. But if you focus on rowing well, you can move forward, even if the river is rough. In life, many things are like the river. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or how other people act. But you can control how you respond to these things. You can choose to stay calm, to think clearly, and to act with kindness. When you focus on what you can control, you feel stronger and more confident. Next, Stoicism teaches us to accept what we cannot change. This does not mean you should give up or stop trying. It means you should not waste your energy fighting against things that are out of your hands. For example, if you lose your job, you cannot change the fact that it happened, but you can choose how to react. You can feel sorry for yourself and stay in bed all day, or you can start looking for a new job and learn new skills. Acceptance is not about giving up. It is about moving forward. The Stoics believe that suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from our thoughts about those events. If you can change the way you think, you can reduce your suffering. Another important Stoic idea is to focus on the present moment. When life is hard, it is easy to worry about the future or regret the past. But the truth is, the past is gone, and the future is not here yet. The only moment you have is now. The Stoics believed that the present moment is the only place where you can take action. If you are always thinking about what might happen tomorrow, you will miss the opportunities you have today. For example, if you are worried about an exam next week, you might forget to study today. But if you focus on studying now, you will feel more prepared and less anxious. The present moment is where your power lies. Use it wisely. Stoicism also teaches us to see challenges as opportunities. This might sound strange, but hard times can help you grow. Think of a tree. When the wind blows hard, the tree grows stronger roots. In the same way, when you face difficulties, you can become stronger and wiser. The Stoics believe that every obstacle is a chance to practice virtues like courage, patience, and resilience. For example, if you have a difficult boss, you can practice patience and self-control. If you are dealing with a health problem, you can learn to appreciate the small joys in life. Challenges are not just problems to solve. They are lessons to learn. When you see them this way, you feel less afraid and more hopeful. Another Stoic practice is to prepare for the worst while hoping for the best. This does not mean you should always expect bad things to happen. It means you should be ready for anything. Life is unpredictable, and things can change quickly. If you are prepared, you will not be shocked or overwhelmed when something goes wrong. For example, if you save money for emergencies, you will feel less stressed if you lose your job. If you take care of your health, you will be stronger if you get sick. The Stoics call this premeditation of evils. It is not about being negative. It is about being realistic and ready. When you are prepared, you feel more in control, even in difficult situations. Gratitude is another important part of Stoic wisdom. When life is hard, it is easy to focus on what is wrong. But the Stoics believed that even in the darkest times, there is always something to be grateful for. For example, you might be going through a tough time at work, but you still have a family that loves you. You might be dealing with a health issue, but you still have the ability to read, think, and learn. Gratitude helps you see the good in your life, even when things are not perfect. It reminds you that life is not all bad, and there's always hope. When you practice gratitude, you feel more positive and resilient. Stoicism also teaches us to help others, even when we are struggling ourselves. When you focus on helping others, you stop thinking about your own problems for a while. It gives you a sense of purpose and connection. For example, if you are feeling lonely, you can visit a friend who is also lonely. If you are feeling weak, you can help someone who is even weaker. The Stoics believe that we are all connected, and helping others is a way to help ourselves. When you give kindness, you receive kindness in return. It might not solve all your problems, but it makes life feel lighter and more meaningful. Finally, Stoicism reminds us that life is short. The Stoics believed in Memento mori, which means remember, you must die. This might sound dark, but it is actually a very positive idea. When you remember that life is short, you appreciate it more. You stop wasting time on things that do not matter, and you focus on what is truly important. For example, if you are arguing with someone, you might realize that it is not worth it. If you are working too much, you might decide to spend more time with your family. Life is precious, and every moment is a gift. When you remember this, you feel more motivated to live well and make the most of your time. In conclusion, Stoic wisdom gives us many tools to stay strong during hard times. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot change, and live in the present moment. It shows us that challenges are opportunities to grow, and that preparation and gratitude can make life easier. Stoicism reminds us to help others and to appreciate the shortness of life. These ideas are not always easy to follow, but with practice, they can become a part of who you are. When you face hard times with Stoic wisdom, you feel stronger, calmer, and more hopeful. You realize that you have the power to handle whatever life brings, and that is a very powerful feeling. So when life feels heavy, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Focus on what you can control, accept what you cannot, and keep moving forward. You are stronger than you think, and you can get through anything.